Happy Friday, friends. Oh, let's see. Happy Friday, friends. Yay, we have sound today and a picture, and you caught me. I was trying to get some of my my Stampin' Blend coloring done because I know that's not always the fun part of watching any video. Sitting there watching somebody else color. But it did occur to me while I was coloring in this little girl that I wanted to let you know Stampin' Up! Is coming out with a new set of blends for various skin tones. So that'll be exciting. And I did just place an order, but unfortunately my order was big enough that adding more blends at this point really wasn't an option. I had already exceeded my budget. So, anyways, welcome. I'm Diane from Boho Stamper. And yes, I'm sniffling again. I'm telling you, our weather goes from, well, like everywhere, I guess. There's no sense in complaining about it, right? The snow has stopped for now, but it's really, really cold. I think it was 11 when I checked before I came up to the craft room. So, welcome. Before we get started today, since I did place an order, I closed out my January shopping code, but you can still earn the free January products through the end of the month. Just use this shopping code instead, and then I go in and I print out all of my shoppers from that month and make sure that I send them their appropriate thank yous. So if you go in to shop on my online store, just make sure to add the code. Can you see that? I did it in pink for February, although it may change again between now and the end of February if I need to. I got that light shining on it making a glare. If I need to go in and make another order, because then I'll close this one out and create a new one. And just in case you weren't aware, the January thank you gifts are basic matte dots, which come in a package of black, gray, vanilla, white. Find an unopened package, these, because I'm using those quite frequently. And a $100 purchase gets a pack of the matte dots and a Wink of Stella pen as my thank you to you for supporting me. So, don't forget to visit bohostamper.com and order any of your supplies that you need. So, since it's a fun Friday, no rules today. We can use anything we have available in our crafting stash, right? So, I pulled out some, I do wish Stampin' Up! Would put years on stuff. I keep my catalogs, and sometimes I like to go back and refer to them, and I don't always know when some of my stamp sets are from. So anyways, this was some paper, I want to say 2 years ago maybe? Pleased as Punch Designer Series paper, and this had little flowers, and it had some, the reason it was out was I had seen the hearts on there, and I grabbed this pack of paper for Valentine's. Also had, if you remember, we had the umbrella punch. So we can make little umbrellas, great for shower cards, cute little rainy paper and stuff. But anyways, I wanted to use, on today's card, I have two goals today. One was to use the Catching Butterflies stamp set, which you can get for free. Yes, I did say for free during celebration. And this, the winter celebration will end at the end of February. So, for every $50 or $100 purchase, you can get free products. And I think she was a $50. Where did I put my books? I don't know. I wasn't really going to worry about the promotional stuff today as much as playing with my stuff. I need to get hubby's birthday card done for this weekend. I need to get, I have an anniversary card ready. I need to send it out for a friend here. There she is. Yeah, free with a $50 purchase. I think she's so cute. Her little butterfly. Oh, I didn't even think about putting one in the net. That's a, see why the catalogs are handy? Yeah, great idea. Okay, so anywho, my other goal today was, oh, that's my leftover piece, was to make, we've done gatefold cards before, and a gatefold card is just a standard half of a sheet of cardstock, and in this case, I've cut it lengthwise at 4 1/4, and then scored it. Typically, we would score it at 5 1/2 for a center folding card, and so I don't want to score it in the center. I want my folds to meet in the center. So half of 5 1/2 would be 2 3/4. So I scored at 2 3/4, and then I flipped the strip around and scored it at 2 3/4, and they come together in the center like a gate. Get it? Gatefold. There you go. And sorry, I was trying to fix that light so that it was a little brighter. This light really does. I need to get a new circular. My hot light died, and I've been using this other one, and it does make a little bit of a glare. I'm very grateful for it because I need the light when I'm crafting, but it does make some glares. So I was going to start off just with a basic gatefold card, and I thought she would be cute on here. I'm going to trim a little bit off if I can manage it, and put a Highland Heather background on her. But like I said, I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me color the whole thing, although using blends really is very quick. The other thing I wanted to do, which I have not ever done, was make an interlocking gatefold card. So our card would come together the same way, and we can do a couple different things. Well, let's finish her up and then we'll get to it. Oh, okay. So I need to finish coloring in her little dress. And I'm using just the coordinating colors that went with that paper pack. And Stampin' Up paper, the designer paper, always lists the coordinating colors that will match those patterns. So I pulled some of those out because I didn't know for sure what color I was going to do the butterfly. And this is Highland Heather. I hope I'm on screen. I usually start, there is no right or wrong. I'm just coloring. You don't even have to add lights and darks if you don't want to. I always start with my light. Usually start with my light. Sometimes I forget or I grab the wrong pen. And then I'll just go back in and add in my dark for some shadows. I just follow whatever lines are on the stamp. I don't try to get real specific and say, oh, there would be a shadow here and the sun's coming in. I mean, sometimes I guess I do that, but I do. But not always. I try to just follow the stamped image. I figure those lines are there for a reason, right? The artist knew what they were doing. Blend out my little dark lines with some light. And remember, alcohol ink lightens as it dries. And she's not too bad. And because I don't have the other skin tone blends yet, for her hands and her face and her legs, I use, excuse me, I use the ivory blend, and then I just use the lifter and kind of make some lighter spots on there. I can add a little bit of pink to her cheeks, but I'm afraid if I do that, I'm going to make it look like I put a splotch of rouge on there and make it too dark, and I don't want to do that. So, excuse me, I need a sip. All right, and then, oh, and I did stamp my image in basic gray because sometimes when I'm using some of these colors, I think that the Memento Tuxedo Black is just too dark for some of the cards I'm doing. You know, like this designer series paper does not have any black outlines on it, so I just felt like black would be too harsh, and the basic gray really solves that problem. Okay, so now I do want to do my little butterfly up there, and I did grab some yellow. So these are Daffodil Delight. I can make a little yellow butterfly. I have Calypso Coral out too. Maybe I'll add some Calypso Coral. Let's do... Oh, I don't know. I don't know my butterflies very well, other than a monarch butterfly. And I just got done saying I didn't use black, so... Put a little bit of Calypso Coral in the middle. Those just to help blend it into our background paper. And then, where'd that picture go? Did they color that net in? I did my little catalog. Because that really was a very cute picture. But I don't want to put the butterfly in the net, I guess. I want this butterfly to be free. And we're going to say... No, they didn't color it in. Okay. All right, so let me try to trim this down a little tiny bit. And we're going to give it a Highland Heather matte to make it stand out a little bit better on our card base. And I'm just showing you the basic gatefold first. What is this, 1/8 of an inch that I'm taking off? Let's see if I can manage that without slicing any parts. Well, I think we can. I think we'll make it. Oh, you know what? I have to add a little bit of grass down there. She's kind of floating, huh? Yeah. So let's see. We have some Greeny Apple Green. Oh. And our stamp set gives us a little bit of a grassy patch. And we'll just give her a little bit of grass right here. Right here. There, now she's not really floating on air. Maybe she is, but in my picture she's running on grass now. And since we knew that our panels were 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, I cut these 1/4 of an inch smaller, so these are 2 1/2 by 4. And I'm hoping that I can get a Highland Heather panel that same size for the center. I have lots of little scraps in here. That one's quite big enough. Uh, 2 1/2. I was gonna say, what did I say? 2 1/2 by 4. Short-term memory, right? I don't have it, I don't think. We're There's our little girl. Was I able to get that trimmed down enough? Ooh, I could use just a hair more off the side. Can I do it? Can I do it? Would it be better maybe to do that with my little, yeah, I don't know where that's at. My teeny tiny, there it is. It's a little screechy, but sometimes this just works better for me to get little slivers off of the side. You like my little Stampin' Up guillotine cutter here, trimmer? Do ya? If you're interested in maybe hosting a workshop this spring, might be able to fix my hostess up with one of those little trimmers. There we go. Doesn't that look better? Yes, it does. Okay. Gotta be a little gentle on the back today. Like probably half of America. Had my fair share of shoveling. And my back is not being happy today. And oh, this is the other reason I wanted to put a backing, because since I've used alcohol ink will bleed through and show on the back of your card. So if I were to put this on my card and only glue half, which we're going to do so that our card opens, when you open it, you would see all that yucky on the back. So by putting it onto a mat, we're going to hide that. If this doesn't tear my paper. Why are you doing that again? Stop it. Stop, stop, stop. Just, there you go. Play nice. Yeah, just play nice. I wonder if it's because because the ink is right there. I don't know. You know what else I have that will be really cute with this? I just used them on a card. Oh, if I didn't bury them. What did I use those on? I had the little purple flowers. Were you with me? Was that last Friday or was that Monday? I don't know. I'm doing stuff all the time anymore. I can't remember what I'm doing on what day. I just know that I try to make Wednesday my journal days. So, oh, there they are. So if you like to make journals, or you like journaling, I work on those Wednesday mornings on YouTube at 10. And right now we're working on Alice in Wonderland. Put those back in my little bin there so I don't lose them. Oh, look at that. What a coincidence. Little purple flowers. Okay, we might have to use a couple. All right, put these on here. If I want to get to my next card and try to make an interlocking one. Excuse me. I just want to have it 70 and sunny and no humidity. Is that too much to ask? Last week we played with alcohol ink. Yeah. Those would be fun to use on this. The only thing is, you have to kind of remember that our alcohol ink, oh, I was going to show you how some of those came out. Oh, were they pretty? Because when we got done with my video, I did continue working on some of those. Let me get this little girl put together first. Wouldn't this be cute for a little girl's birthday? Yeah. I don't think the greetings on here are birthday greetings. They are, you make my heart happy, celebrate every beautiful thing, and collecting sweet thoughts of you. I might look for a little happy birthday and put on here instead. Now, on your gatefold card, here's what you got to remember. We're only going to glue half of the front image down. Because if you glue both sides, you can't open your card. I want to make them a little bit even. Ta-da! I say, where did those purple flowers go? I'm trying to think what set we have here. I really do like this for a little girl's birthday card. Take some of these little. So how's everybody doing anyway? Hope you're well. I mean, other than the crappy sinusy stuff, everybody here is doing good. Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I'm going to look in my stamps here from the new catalog and see if I have a cute little, oh, look at from Awesome Art Otters. It's birthday time. He's a celebration stamp set also. See? You can mix and match what you have. You don't have to use everything that's in the stamp set. Mix them up. Make it what you like. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? This cute little butterfly stamp, I was going to stamp on the inside. And let's do that in, let me see, did I bring, oh my gosh, I didn't even grab Highland Heather ink. Do I want Highland Heather ink? Yeah, I think I do. So I had put a couple of my cards on Etsy, which I like to do, you know, because I'm making several cards when I do these videos. And so after a while they do start to accumulate, and I have quite a few. So I'll put them out there on my shop and celebrate everything beautiful. I had considered not doing that anymore because I really wasn't making any money, you know, with the price of postage and how much all my supplies were and stuff. I really was not making anything. So looked at other options and really found that there wasn't a whole lot of anything else better. So I had kept my Etsy shop open. I think my Highland Heather needs some re-inking here. It's kind of light. Well, since I left it open, oh, I need that. I did go out and add to it, and just coincidentally, because it's not even one of the cards that I added, somebody bought one of my other cards. Great. And I usually, I don't know what that spot is on there. It's not even purple. I never sold my cards, you know, at craft fairs and stuff for a lot. I just tried to make back the money that I had in product. And everybody actually would tell me that I wasn't charging anywhere near enough. And I probably wasn't. But I also know that you can go to the dollar store and buy a card for $1. It's not going to be a handmade card. And, you know, there's probably 80 of them just like it there. So, 3, 4, whoops, 5, 6, 7. I like to count my stamps and make sure that I put them all right back in the correct cases when I'm done. Yeah, so anyways, I try to keep them reasonable, but I know they're a little bit more than $1 for a card. So, keeping in mind that there is a fee for every listing that you put on Etsy. It's not a big fee, but there's a fee. I was down to making about $1.10 a card, I believe. So, and that was after supplies. Not bad. Except that when I ship them out through Etsy, shipping is, you know, like, it was like $3 or something. So I was in the hole. So I upped my price and included free shipping. So I started my cards at $5 with free shipping on Etsy. Doesn't sound bad, right? Sent the one out yesterday, and of course, sellers want you to use tracking, buyers want you to use tracking so they can find their purchases. And it's a good thing for sellers because no one can come back and say, oh, I never got my card, because we can say, well, tracking shows that it was delivered. So tracking's a good thing. The minute you add tracking to your package, and I'm talking about a card here in a little manila envelope, it's $4.70 to send a card. Now I just charged $5. So that means that I got 30 cents. And it was 20 cents for me to list it. So now I made 10 cents on the card. So needless to say, I was a little bit disappointed in that. And that's not the first time. I mean, I know this. I've been struggling with postage costs ever since I opened my Etsy shop, which was why I was ready to hang it up. I mean, there have been a couple that I've lost money on. Those are the ones that hurt. I'm looking for that little guillotine. Y'all saw, I just had it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so anyways, I went back into my shop and I raised the price, which means I'm probably never going to sell another card because I don't know that I would pay that much for a card. One of a kind or not. Except that I understand those crafts people who are selling on Etsy are not making a ton of money. And I do like to support them. So, I don't know, maybe I would. I'm just going to trim this down and then give it a purple matte as well. So then I was thinking, well, maybe what I need to do is go back in there and I don't know if there's a way to do it. I know you can make coupons on Etsy, but make it so that if you buy 3, like you get your 4th one free, right? And that would cut down the cost of the card, help me to combine some shipping, and therefore reducing my cost a little bit. Oh, let's see. I think the easiest way to do this when I'm working with these little tiny strips is just to add this directly to my matted color. Because I'm going to keep it a small border. Am I still on camera? Barely. And then just trim it down. Yeah, so now I'm going to go back in and see if I can set that up and make it a little bit more appealing so people aren't saying, oh my gosh, you raised your prices so high. I'm not really raising my price. I'm just trying to recoup my shipping cost. And not lose money. Oh, that needs to be a little bit smaller. Teeny tiny bit smaller. Come on, you can get up there. You can do it. Stay straight. Be strong. Aw, there we go. Hey. Whoop. Oh, close over there. No, I can't. I was going to say I could do that on this card, but I can't. It's not going to work the way I want to. So let's just add a couple little dimensionals on here. Oh, so what else is going on? Yeah, like I said, I got to do Hub's birthday card for this weekend. So do you guys still get, if you're married or have a partner with you, do you still get each other gifts for birthdays? I mean, we've been married for 38. No. Yes. Well, it'll be 39 this year, not until the fall. So, I mean, how about that? It's birthday time. Celebrate every beautiful thing. Isn't that cute? Okay. So before I get blabbing here and we don't get the other card, let's get started on that one. So do you still get each other physical gifts if you've been together for any length of time? And we always say, don't get us any, don't get me anything for my birthday. I don't need anything. Don't want anything. But I always feel so guilty if I don't have something for him. And I know he, ever since I've known my husband, he has gotten this one card catalog. And so I figured for his birthday this year, well, I renew it for him every year. But this year, I'm just going to say that's your birthday gift, Because I don't know, I always try to make him a nice meal. Get some of these blends out of the way. And make it special. And I always do some kind of special chocolate peanut butter dessert for him because that's his favorite. What do I want here? I'm looking for... Here. I'm looking for this. Okay. So this is the Love and Happiness Suite, and we used this when we did our Valentine card. And we have the Bouquet of Love dies that will fit inside this hybrid embossing folder so that you can emboss and cut out your hearts at the same time. I was going to say, do I want them embossed? Maybe I do. Because I was just going to say I don't want them embossed, but maybe I do. And I also have to decide how many hearts I'm going to need on this. So to make an interlocking, let's do our base first before I get way ahead of myself here. Okay, we're going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. Cover up my grid paper so we're not blurry. And we're going to cut this in half lengthwise at 4 1/4. Okay, that's usually opposite of what we do for our traditional cards, so make sure you're cutting it a long ways. And then we would, if we were making this a landscape card, we would just fold this at 5 1/2, but don't do that. Get your scoring blade and go to 2 3/4, and I actually stay, you can see the 2 3/4 mark here. I stay just to the right of that a little bit because I want my folds to meet in the middle. I don't really want them to overlap. And if I get them too wide and try to trim it down, it never fails. I cut one of them too short or something. So I have found it's easier for me when I'm scoring this to stay just shy of 2 3/4. If I have a little bit of a gap in the middle, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay. Turn my paper around and again go to 2 3/4. I'm gonna get stuck on 2 3/4 and stay just inside of the line, just a little tiny bit. And then cross your fingers. It always works to cross your fingers. Sorry, hit you in the head. And fold this one in. Oh, see, this one's actually just a little bit shyer than what I would have thought. That's okay. I'm just going to tug it a little bit and make... There we go. And they don't overlap each other. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do, do I have extra hearts cut? No, I thought maybe I had some extras. Oh boy, I am crooked. What am I doing here? Oh, my paper must be cut crooked. It's longer down here, but not up here. So do I really fidget with that? See, I have a little tiny overhang. And risk really messing it up? Or do I just let it go? Can I do it with scissors? Do I trust myself? Not always. But it's tiny enough. Maybe I can do it without really screwing up. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can. I guess there's a possibility that the paper wasn't exactly straight. Huh? Or do you think it was just human error? I don't think 2 hearts are going to fit. Not the large ones. So let's look at the small ones. So if I use the small ones, I can do 3 hearts. Yep. Okay. And that's probably better anyway. Or I can use my punch. I do have a heart-shaped punch. Will 2 of these fit on here? I thought I kept my hearts handy. I did. I was going to say, because Valentine's Day is here. Almost. And I'm never going to make it to my second way of doing this. I wanted to try a different way too. It's just never enough time, huh? And you know, if you don't have a punch, you can always just cut them. Actually just cut hearts out of a pretty paper. You don't have to have heart-shaped paper. Actually, I hope this works because this will be quicker and I might be able to get to that last one that I want to try. No, only 2 will fit, but that's okay. We can still do it with this. Okay. So let's get, rather than die cutting, we can do that for the next one if I can get to it. Oh, let me see. Do I have any paper in here that, not necessarily. Look at our other Valentine. Oh, that was all pinks and reds. Highland Heather. I had to pick purple. Wait, I was like a weird color. Oh, I know what I can use. Not to worry. Oh, I know what would be great. See, I always forget about these 6x6 paper pads that we had. That's why I always have so many leftovers. And look at this. This was from, remember I had shown you the in colors when we did the alcohol ink, I think. I don't know. Anyways, you can get 6x6 pads of paper. That would work as well. I think I'm going to go with the little checks though. This was from the little gingham set that we had of 6x6 papers. So just pull out some leftovers. Now remember, we did 2 3/4, so we want to go to 2 1/2. And we know that our card is 4 1/4, so 4 inches, because we're taking off 1/4 of an inch to leave that purple border. So 2 1/2. And this is letting our paper do the work for us again, because the paper is pretty, so why not use it, right? And if you don't have the paper, you can stamp just plain paper with any ink designs that you might have. But if you have the paper, you know, this is where I run into trouble. I keep this paper forever, and then the new designs come out. And I'm thinking, you know, you have paper. You don't need to buy any more. I like it. My order that I just placed, I did get some more of the daffodil paper. But also, there was that, it's in the celebration as well. It's a real pretty marble paper. I think it's called Marvelous design. Okay. Now, because this is a little thinner, I think what I'm going to do is adhere that to a piece of cardstock just to make them a little heavier, because the card's going to open and close enough that I don't want those hearts to bend. And I have enough scraps here. I should be able to get a heart out of something. This one's got a... And I'm going to use my other heart punch that I have, and it's a scalloped heart. I don't know if the scallops will show. Yes, they will. Woo! The crafting gods are with me today. Put my insert in there so that I don't forget to make a... But I want to show you what I mean by an interlocking. Layer these up on the scalloped parts. Try to get them centered. And again, remember, we're going to glue half. The difference this time is I'm going to glue half of one heart on the left and half of one heart on the right. Is this going to work? Is it? Are they going to be able to open the card? Let's see if my hearts were smaller. Which when I go to die cut those other ones, I could do like top, top, or left, left, and do the middle one on the right. But because these are a larger heart, I can only get 2 on there. Oh, it is going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. Aha! Look at that. And then we can add our greeting and our inside sentiment. Okay, so before I get carried away and start that, what I want to do let me get, I think I had, where'd that half go that we just cut? There. And we'll fold it. Again, 2 3/4. 2 3/4, staying just inside of the line. 2 3/4. Cross your fingers. Each one of these gets just a little bit better. Nice. And there we are. Gatefold card. Okay. What else might I have down here that has Highland Heather? Oh, we had this pretty ombre. Oh, I think this was darker though. That was Blackberry Bliss. Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to work for Highland Heather. No, it's Blackberry Bliss. What colors does this have? No purple? No, it has Magenta Madness in it. These were, actually, these are the in colors from 2020 to 2022. So these colors will be done at the end of this year. Yeah, oh, what's that cute little polka dotty one? Oh, that's older. But that might, oh, that'll be cute. All right. Cool beans. I'm good. So again, 2 1/2 by 4. This is a great way to use these scraps up. Well, not scraps, but all this extra paper I have. 2 1/2 by 4. 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 4. And then we need to cut a couple of hearts out. And you can do this with, maybe you have stitched rectangles. You can cut 2 stitched rectangles together, making a rectangular frame by placing the smaller rectangle die inside the larger rectangle die. Do I have those handy with me to show you that? I can show you on a circle, because they're right on top. And make a frame. So you can do this with any, actually I have 2 that I keep taped together because this is just a great size for me, and it makes a nice circular frame. So you can do this, I'll show you. You can do this with any shape that you have layering dies for. Oh, these sniffles, my goodness, I'm so sorry that you have to listen to that. This will work. So I'm just taking those two circles that I keep taped together, and I'm going to run them through my cut and emboss. Oh, goodness. And not only do I get a circle that I can use on another project, I have a frame, which is what we're kind of aiming to do here. But I'm not using circles for this card. So, I am using Highland Heather. Put that circle there. I'm going to use the hearts that come in the bouquet dies. Get these circles out of my way. And again, I'm just trying to decide if I want that larger heart. Oh, wait, that's not going to work. Think it through, think it through, think it through. I might be using that circle. Oh, I might. It's just going to fit. All right. So let's do Does anybody know what I'm trying to do here? Do you have a clue? I know what it is. I can see it in my head. Oh, let's use this little leftover polka dot for the little one. Okay, let me get this out of the way and I can show you what we have. So we have this, we have our circle, which that's just going to be an extra. Where'd my little heart go that I just cut out? Where did either of the hearts go that I just cut out? Oh my goodness, where can they hide? You know, I have like 8 bazillion pieces of paper sitting on me. Really? Come on. Is it in my, did I not get it off of my, no, it's not on there. Did I drop it on the floor? No. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We have the big one. So what I wanted to do, this is what I want to do. I can't find my little one right now. I'll find it. Okay. And put those on here. This on here. And this inside. Yes, this will work. I want my little purple heart. This was a purple day. I just really didn't want to bring out a whole bunch of different colors of cardstock because I was concentrating really on making the card. I really wanted, oh, there it is, there it is. I really wanted to do an interlocking card. As I said, I've never done one of them before. So, all right, let's glue these little bits together so you can see how this is going to work. And I'll put that up in my little tray with my die cut shapes. I just keep those and they come in handy. Quite frequently. The reason I open this up is so that I can try to get an even border the whole way around my designer series paper. And sometimes when I have the card folded, it's just hard to see where the edges of the paper are. Now that I have one down, it's easier to line my second side up. I'm just going to give you the bones of this card, and excuse me, and then we can decorate it further off camera. And I'll add the pictures. A little low, don't I? Okay, so I only want to put glue on half of this card, or half of the shape. Again, because I don't want to glue my card closed. So I'm just using a fine tip glue here. Just using my art clear glue. One, there we go. And then trying to get it centered. Lovely. Let's make this little guy pop up in the middle. Oh, maybe I should have done the stripe. Oh. No, because it has stitching on it. This is a stitched shape, so when I die cut it, it put little stitches around the outside border of the heart. I don't know if you could see it on there. But anyways, when they make the stitches like that, if you try to use the opposite side, the stitching is kind of sticking up. Okay, and now we're going to put the heart on the other side. Probably could have done that before I added dimensionals. Making sure that I get this heart in the center of my frame. Yeah, so if you're an octopus, this will work real easy for you. Okay, so I've glued the frame on the left panel and my heart on the right panel. And look at that, it worked. It worked. I might do a second one of these and adhere it to the top because this is very, very thin. That's cute. I like it. Now I can, I think I will do that. I think I'm going to make another circle on some off camera and just glue it to the top for support. Here's our hearts that open on either side. And here's our little girl birthday card, which is a gatefold. So there's 3 samples of what we could do with gatefold cards today. This is fun. This is exciting. I've wanted to make one of those for a long time. So yeah, have some fun. Go make a card over the weekend. Send it out and make someone smile. They'll be happy, happy to receive something in the mail for no special reason at all. Yeah, but don't send it with tracking because you're going to pay a lot of money. So just send them a card. Have a great weekend, everybody, and thank you for being with me. Come back Monday at 10, and we will make something else. I don't know what yet, but we'll see you then. Bye.